Hi guys, so this video is just going to be an update on a few things, personal things, as well as some other things that have been going on in the background of my life. I do apologize that I haven't put out a lot of videos recently, mostly because I've recently got back from Trinidad and Tobago after a very taxing and emotionally draining trip. I mean, it's now common knowledge to our friends and family, but in 2017, my mother really started to exhibit some very clear signs of early stage dementia or Alzheimer's. And it had gotten to the point where she could no longer stay on her own. So 2017, I flew out there and I went and had a most uncomfortable conversation that no child really wants to have with their parents about, the state of their health and age and stuff like that. And we discussed some options. Originally I was recommended that we pack up everything and she come and stay up here with me in the UK. My mother's British. I got my citizenship through her. So that was the original plan. But due to internal politics and finances and a couple other things, we eventually opted to keep her in Trinidad. It was more affordable. Most of her friends are out there. She doesn't really have many friends out here, and the cold out here is not something that's necessarily beneficial to many senior citizens. So yeah, between my sister and myself, we kind of wrapped things up, and I had to make two trips out. The first trip was to settle her into the facility, and the second trip was to basically clear her home of all the furniture and all the possessions and stuff like that, so that we can hand over to the new person who's bought the property where she lived. So I think the handing over is, the final deed is being transferred in the next couple of weeks. So I've really been trying to monitor that and just make sure that process is going steadily, especially since I'm not there. It's just tricky. But yeah, overall, that has been a major reason why I have not made a lot of videos. Real life has just been taking its toll. I've had a lot of things that I've had to deal with. But yeah, couple that with the fact that I've been demonetized by YouTube. Yeah, that's also been kind of taxing. Now, I wasn't making a great deal of money off these videos and by any stretch, but I did enjoy getting that $100 check every couple months. I mean, it's not a lot, but it was a dinner. It was money I could buy a theater ticket for. It was just a nice pat on the back, and felt very rewarding. Now that I've fallen out of that category, I'll be honest, I just haven't been as motivated to start putting out content. But I'm trying to undo that. I'm trying to kind of still push through that. I did promise that I would do the DNA results from my mom. Those results finally came in, and I will try to do a video because I like to be a man of my word. I promised that I would do that, so I will also try to get that video out. Another update is that I have finally left the iPhone plantation, right? So my first iPhone was an iPhone 5. It was my first smartphone. My first smartphone was a Blue, which was a very cheap Chinese Android phone that I got in Trinidad. And eventually I made a trip out to Sweden with a very good friend of mine and dear brother. He goes by the name of Saint Aslan. Just a joyous guy who's encouraging people, kind of motivational, to seek their best life and seek health and loving relationships and true connections. He's a great guy, and he gave me, upon upgrading his phone, he gave me his old iPhone. In fact, I'm looking at the iPhone right there. I still have it, right? That phone now has my Trinidad and Tobago SIM. Anybody calls me or tries to get in contact with me from Trinidad, that is the phone that's receiving the calls. And yeah, it was great. The iPhone worked well. I started buying a lot of my music on iTunes and all of that because of the result of it. Then eventually I upgraded to the iPhone SE, which was also great. I think I bought that just before my trip out to Thailand at the end of 2016. I didn't particularly like the 6 and the 6S, or even the 7, I think, was out at that time, which it was just a little too big. I have very Chinese hands, right? So my hands are not very big. But as a result of that, I didn't want like a really big phone, and I'd heard all these stories about the iPhone S and sorry, the 7 and the 6 bending in some people's pockets and stuff like that. And I mean, you know, I'm not one of these people. I need the latest and greatest of everything. But nonetheless, I didn't upgrade, you know, for quite some time. And more recently, since I came back, and you know, I've been away for a couple months. A lot of the work that I've been doing has kind of been put on pause, and I'm trying to get back into the trading and portfolio management and all these other kinds of things. And I just decided, well, I'll need a decent phone so that I could follow some market news and a couple other things. And you know, I want to be able to see my portfolios and just be able to manage things a little better. So for that, I thought maybe get something a little bit bigger, you know, just for that thing. And I checked out the other iPhones. I didn't particularly like the iPhone 8 that came out. Again, it was a little too big for what I wanted. The iPhone X was about the right size, but again, between the £1,000 cost for it out here in the UK, plus the notch, which is this little indentation where the camera and other sensors are located, actually eats into the screen a little bit. Yeah, so if you're watching YouTube videos and movies and stuff like that, this notch is actually cutting out portions of your viewing. I couldn't do it. I wasn't really keen on of going down that road. So eventually I went on Amazon, and you know, I was debating whether to get the S9 or the S8, because I understand there's no major difference between the two. But then I managed to find this phenomenal deal on an S9, a brand new S9, that basically was it was a deal I couldn't refuse. So I ended up buying the Samsung S9 phone that I'm currently recording on. So let me know if the video is better. Let me know if the audio is better. This is my first video on this new phone. I'm going to be using it to do videos as well as all my other stuff. So let me know what you think in the comments. Yeah, this is definitely something new. Yeah, I'm just treating myself to something nice. Again, I'm not big on smartphones. I don't use all the apps. I don't play games or anything like that. But in terms of, you know, understanding my work and stuff like that, the phone has become very useful. I recently had an altercation with the banks out here in the UK. If anybody has seen my video about overcoming the currency shortage in Trinidad, one of the banks that I used to deal with out here, we had a disagreement over a rate of exchange concerning some currency that I was trying to convert. And it was a pretty substantial amount of money and stuff like that. But they gave me a rate that was, you know, unacceptable, and I lost a great deal of money based on the bad conversion. I can't really get into it too much because there may be some legal action as a result of this. But yeah, because of that, I'm going to have to, you know, get a part-time job or a job of some kind just to offset, you know, my current expenses. I was hoping that the money had come in that would have seen me through until I made enough money this year for next year and so on. But things didn't work out because of the conversion rate. So I'm going to have to get some kind of job. So that's why I went out and I bought this absolutely fabulous suit. I haven't collected it yet. I think it should be ready for collection. So I will go and take some pictures. If you're on Instagram, you can follow me there. You could probably see the pictures when I get the suit out. And just lastly, you know, just my lifestyle out here, it's been very trying to kind of pick back up. But yeah, I've made some good progress. It's been good to see my girlfriend again. Also good to be back in the gym. I'm in the gym 3 times a week doing lifting. And I'm trying to get it up to at least 5 times a week with some swimming in between. So the gym I go to has this great pool. It would be really good. So yeah, those are the big changes. Again, I apologize that I haven't put much out. I will try and, you know, do more videos more regularly. And keep you all updated on what's going on with my trip out here in the UK. In recent months, I've got a couple of subscribers, and I just say thank you to them, even though I haven't put out much content. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing and commenting and stuff like that. I do really appreciate it. I read all the comments and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, I can't respond to all of them, but it's been great. It's been good getting back into this lifestyle, and great to be back in London. I might be moving house in a couple months as well. So where I am, we might, I might be moving to a place not too far from here. A little more expensive, but a little more space. It's just better overall. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting few months, and I will keep you guys posted. So as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll keep you guys posted with all the videos. So thanks again, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.